Why are the 2,300 days prophetic and not literal? I've covered this in some other videos, but I just want to be absolutely clear that when we look at Daniel 8:14, we are talking about 2,300 prophetic years. The first thing we need to look at is the context. Now, the context is highly symbolic because we've got a ram, which is representing Medo-Persia. We've got a goat that is representing Greece. We also have a little horn, the Rome power that arises. When the language is symbolic, then the time must be symbolic as well, because a literal animal doesn't represent a kingdom, and literal days don't fit either. This is why the day for a year principle just works. Numbers 14:34 and Ezekiel 4 verse 6 both tell us that I've given you a day for a year. And so we find that in prophetic or symbolic judgment settings, God is consistently using this day for a year principle. And again, folks, the literal doesn't work, because if you take 2,300 literal days, that's about 6 years. Nothing major fits that timeline. There's no temple cleansing in that timeline, and there's no major historical event either. But stretch that over 2,300 years and something amazing happens. When you start in 457 BC with a decree to rebuild Jerusalem, where do you end up? In 1844. You land up at a major turning point in prophetic history. Do other prophecies use the same symbolism? Well, Daniel 7 verse 25 talks about a time, times, and half a time. That's 3.5 years or 1,260 days. Revelation 12 verse 6 uses the same time period to say 1,260 days. And historicists all agree that this was a period of 1,260 years. So the same logic applies to 2,300 years. It's just prophetic years, not literal days. Folks, this is not a modern idea. People like Joseph Mead, Sir Isaac Newton, Bishop Thomas Newton, long before us, they all understood this, and they, as Bible scholars, believed this as well. They saw the symbolic event, they saw the symbolic time that was in place here as well. And again, I ask the question, but why does it matter? It matters because the 2,300-day prophecy points us to a key event in God's heavenly plan. When judgment begins, this is when Christ enters his final priestly phase. If you take it literally, you actually miss the power of this prophecy.